everybody, and welcome to this section. My name is Olufemi Solomon. Sorry we are starting late, and I want to believe that everybody can hear me. It's a little bit dark right here, but please just manage. You can't actually wait for everybody. I want to believe people can hear me, and this is actually recorded. You cannot wait for everybody, so people cannot join us. The link will be sent to the YouTube for them to watch. And what we are doing today, thank you very much, sir, Mr. Sunday. I can see your message, sir. Thank you, sir. And the other people, some actually promised to join along the way, maybe because of network or thereabout. So for people that joined earlier, this is the first bonus that we give to them. I'll still send it to the WhatsApp link. That if you are a teacher, like my Organa or Sunday, if you are a teacher and you are very good at what you teach, maybe you teach computer, you teach math, English, or anything, there's a small, there's a small remote job rather for everybody. And if you're interested, you can just send me a message at the end of this section. This section is not more than 40 minutes. Then we call it a day. So if you are good at what you do as a teacher, or especially as a tutor, okay, there's a remote job for you. And I will send the link for people that are actually interested in it. I will not send it to the group. I will just say it on the group, and the people that are interested and actually join me. Okay, so today, as I posted on the platform, we are starting with Scratch. For beginners' sake, we are starting from Scratch. Then after Scratch, we move on to mobile development and website development. Okay, we all know what Scratch is. And for those people that don't know what Scratch is all about, Scratch is actually a programming language. I'm going to share my screen now for us to see. Scratch is a programming language actually made for kids. Okay, it is actually made for kids, and it's actually also a good start for beginners. Okay, it's actually good also if beginners can learn how to work on Scratch. So when you work on Scratch using some other programming language, and okay, so if you want to, you can use Scratch online or offline, but this is Nigeria. It's better you download it to your system, and whenever there's no internet, you can use it offline. So you just go open any browser, Chrome preferably. I just type download Scratch. So this is the official site. You just click on the Scratch offline, and you can scroll down, and this is the direct link for Scratch. People that just joining, you are welcome. Okay, so this is the direct link for Scratch. So when you click on this direct link, it will be downloaded to your computer, and you have Scratch on your computer. You can go online and download Scratch on their computer. So having done that, I will open Scratch on my system. I will open Scratch on my system. Okay, this is Scratch interface. I want to believe everybody can see the screen. If you can see my screen, okay, this is Scratch interface, and I believe everybody can see this interface. Okay, this is the Scratch interface, and let me quickly do a little introduction of the interface. From the left, we have what we call toolbox, from motion down to looks, down to sound, events, control, down to my block. So this is the toolbox, and what they do, even from the name toolbox, these are what we are going to be using to put live into our animation, or let's say our sprites or characters. So when I click on the looks, as you can see, we have different functions right here. When I click on the sound, we have different functions right here. When I click on events, different. So these are the things that we're going to be using. And to actually be very good at Scratch, you need to master what each and every one of them do. Okay, at least you should know like 95% of what they do, how we can use all these things. Okay, over here is costume, and what we mean by costume, over here is costume, over here is costume, and what we mean by costume is this. In Scratch, or even in every video, we call something time frame, and the time frame is like swapping pictures. As you can see, we have two costumes here. As I'm doing this, it's actually changing. Okay, so that is what we are going to be doing majorly. Okay, using one function that is called next costume. Okay, down here we have two icons right here. We have the green flag and the red button. The green flag is to play your project. So when I say play your project, you should know where to go to. The green flag, and this one, which is the red button, to stop. This is the interface, the canvas for your animation or for your programming to function well. And this place is our sprite selection place. So I can come here. Right here is to choose your sprite. Now what we mean by sprite is a kind of animation, the characters that we use in our Scratch. Okay, and we have a lot of them. I can go to this one, I can choose, I can paint. We're still coming there. And if I click on this one now, we have a lot of animation, the characters. We actually call them sprites in Scratch that we can use. We have a lot of them. So I can select this one. I can just double click to select this angel. So we have two sprites here. Also, if you come to this place, you can choose your background. You can say backdrop as well. Double click, then we have your background. Okay, now how do I animate is the next question. How do I put it live into this cart? Okay, as I've said before, we have to understand how all these toolbox work in order to maximize the potential of our Scratch. So because I actually know what to do, if I come to this place under events, when green flag is clicked, I can increase my size. I want to zoom in so that we see it very well. When green flag is clicked, I go back to control and I say forever. Okay, I will go to motion and click move 10 steps. So when I click on my green button, you see what happened. The cat just glide across the screen, and that is not actually what we want, right? Okay, so the next thing that we need to do now, I told us something about next costume the other time, like changing of photos, pictures, costume. So when I come to this place, we can see next costume right here. So if I put it, we can see that something is happening. If I drag this one back right here, and can you see? But it is very fast and it is not actually coming back. Okay, to slow it down, I go to control again, wait 1 second, and that is the time frame for each picture to be displayed. So I can slow it down to like 0.3. So when I drag this cart back, as you can see, this time around it's a little bit slow. Do we see it now? It's a little bit slow, okay, but when the cat gets to the edge of the screen, okay, it will be stuck because we have not actually instructed the cat to come back. You know, I told us that you have to specify everything for computer programming. If you don't want to run to error, you have to specify everything. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to pick you go back to motion, and let's pick if on edge bounce. This is what we need, if on edge bounce, and as you can see, it's actually coming back, but this time around turn it upside down. Okay, that is not what we want. So let me stop my project. Okay, if you actually want to do that, come to this place, your direction. Let me change my direction to actually 90 straight, okay, to make it straight. And down here you see three icons there. I'll click on this middle one to turn it upside down. So when I play the project, then we are good to go. So let's just recap the code that we have. When green flag is clicked, do this forever. Everything is inside forever block. It's just like a puzzle that you join together. Do this forever. Move 10 steps forever. Are we getting it now? Change to next costume forever because everything is inside forever. Wait 0.3 seconds to change to next costume, and then when you get to the edge, bounce. Can we see that now? Okay, I'm going to stop this one, and then let me import another sprite. This time around I'm going to be importing beer. So this is where I put this one up there. This is beer, and let me reduce the size of this beer to like 50. Okay, and then the same thing is applicable. You see, as I click on this beer now, we don't have anything right here. When I click on the sprite on the cart, we have its own code. So it's the same thing. I can quickly copy, duplicate, and then paste it here, but I will not do that. I want us to write the same code so that we get what we are actually trying to get. So from here, if you can still remember, go to events. When green flag is clicked, I hope we remember that one. Go to control forever. Okay, I'll go to loops, next costume. Okay, and I will say which other one, if on edge bounce, if on edge bounce, right? So I'll go to my control also, wait 1 sec. So let's say 0.3 seconds. Okay, so when I play my project, I can actually play single sprite. If I don't click this place and I click on this one alone will be playing. So it's actually moving, it's actually doing as if it's going, but it's not moving. All right, because we did not add this one, which is move 10 steps. You can put it anywhere. So as you can see now, the beer is what is working, but by the time it gets to the edge of the screen, the same thing will happen. Can we see it now? And then we should know how to fix that one. That is, to come to this place, and this middle one, we are going to click on this one, then we are good to go. Can we see it now? Okay, so when I click on this green button, everything can work together. So that will be our first class for today. I'll meet you next class by the special grace of God. Okay, so and I have a simple assignment for us. The assignment is this third sprite that looks like angel. If you click on the costume, as you can see, this angel has so many costumes as well. You know, we are majorly working on costume. So write a simple code for this angel also to be changing the costume, and that is our assignment for today. Thank you very much, and God bless you. See you next class. Bye for now.